Okay, I'm going to show you how to check your forms. Let me just delete some of these things. Okay, so we're going to go to the forms on the side. So you can see I'm going to move this up a little bit, and here's the forms here. So we've installed Gravity Forms. Now Gravity Forms is really awesome because this makes it so that you can download all of the submissions from each form or from all of the forms. So here's your different forms. If you wanted to change some of the forms, you can press edit. And here's your contact form. So there's your first, last, email, subject, and your message. Here's some of the standard form areas that you can change. So I can put in, time. I can ask for a phone number. So if I wanted to put this in, I'm going to drag and drop it, and you can see it kind of creates this little box. And once I drop it there, I'm going to press this little down arrow, and it's going to show me more information. So down here, I'm going to say, I can tell them what kind of format it is. I can say international or kind of local. I can say that it's required, and I can say that it's not allowed to be duplicated. I can put in a description here, and see these little help buttons? If you hover over top, it tells you what each area is for, which is really nice. So this appearance portion, you can put in a placeholder. So if you hover over top, this is what's going to give the form filler a hint. I can put in where the title of it goes. So I can say it's below inputs, above inputs, etc. And then I can say the field size. So I can say it's going to be a large field or it's going to be a small field. So here you don't have to worry about this portion. You can have a hidden field, for example. This can be good for if you've got a CRM, for example, that requires additional fields. We've worked before with a company called Lasso that needed some hidden fields that had some particular text just to kind of, every time this was submitted, then it would be classified into a certain area or a form, and then it be published into their CRM. So if you wind up getting a CRM, let us know and we can help customize some of these forms so that they work better for you. So that's kind of the gist of creating the form. It's pretty simple. You can see here there's a bunch of different options that you can choose from to place inside your form. And you can kind of experiment with that. So this one here, so if we don't want it, we can nix it. We can X it out and it's gone. There it goes. And we can duplicate this if we want another one of these, but maybe these form fields are named something different. Like this could be name of company, and it could be the name of the company and year formed or something. It doesn't matter. So you can be as creative as you want. So these are automatically formatted so that they'll format to look similar to your site. So you just have to kind of do this little building block in the back, which is really nice. Now we're going to go to your settings, and I'm going to walk you through some of your form settings in case you wanted to create some more forms. So we can change the name of the form, we can change the layout, we can change the form, the button text here. So if this wanted to be contact us here, over the button, we can change that text right there. We can enable a save and continue. So if somebody started filling out a form and then left, they could come back and all of their information would be saved. So if we click that one, and then it gives you some information about what's required in order for you to have this option. So we're going to take this off. You can put an anti-spam portion in there, so you limit the amount of spam emails that you get. And so the form settings aren't as important except for the form title, description, and then your button text. So we're going to go to the confirmations, because that's going to be more pertinent. So your email confirmation. So this is going to be what is sent. Here we go. So once somebody submits the form, this text is going to replace the form. So it's going to say, thank you for contacting us. We've put in their first name. We will be in touch with you shortly. So to do something like that, let's say we wanted to add something more. So we're going to put in, let's see. Maybe I'll show you in a different section, because this doesn't really make sense to put anything more in this area. But see here, this little button, we can add in, for example, their email. We can add in their original message. So anything we kind of click here, these portions are going to show up on the front. So this one says name and then first. So if I click that and put that here, that's going to say, if me, Aaliyah, submitted a form, once I submitted the form, it's going to say, thank you for contacting us, Aaliyah. We will be in touch with you shortly. So it's going to take the first name that they filled in and place it into some of this text. So it's a really nice way to make it so that it's custom. And sometimes the customers feel a little bit more cared for if it says their name. Okay, so notifications. So here we've got the reply email, and then we've also got the new submission form. So this one here is going to go to you in your inbox, and this one here is going to go to them. So we're going to go into this edit, and I'm going to show you what you're getting. So this one here is going to go here, and this one is going to go to your email, because it's the admin email. It's going to tell you the name of the contact person that submitted the form. It's going to say who's it from, and it's going to enable you to reply back to that email. So this is nice, because that way you can just hit reply and directly go to the email that was submitted in the form. So what we've done is we said new submission from, and then form title. So that'll say contact us, because that's the name of the form. So we've also put, here's all the fields. So it's going to list out all the fields for you and what the values are that somebody put in for those particular fields. Okay, so now we can say this is going to be an email. We can also say that we can configure this separately if you want. You can add in another email if you wanted to by simply putting a comma and then writing an email. So let's say I wanted it to go to me as well. Oops. So this works really well if you have some salespeople. So let's say that this email should be going to your salesperson, but you'd like to monitor it as well. So you can say it goes to the admin email as well as the salesperson. So that way you don't kind of lose track of how many forms are being submitted, which is really nice. And then there's lots of configurations that we can do for submitting the forms, but this is the basics for now. So let's go back to the notifications. And let's go to the reply email. Let's go here. So this is what the reply email looks like. that people are getting in their inbox. So if you wanted to change that, you could do that here. We've added in your logo with your phone number and all the rest of it. You can change that and put in whatever you'd like in this section. And you can see you can add in, you can bold the text, you can add in, you can proofread it, you can add in some links, a quote, etc. And then you can also add in some of these fields. So if you wanted to put in their name somewhere, or you could put in the dates that they submitted, or whatever you'd like. So I recommend going through and kind of looking at some of these options if you wanted to change this. Okay, so now we've also linked this to your MailChimp. And what we've done is we've made it so that if the little box is ticked, they automatically get signed up for your newsletter, and it goes into a particular list on your MailChimp. So I'm not going to get into editing that because I don't think you're going to wind up editing that at all. So I'm going to show you how to see your entries. So if you go to the side here, you can see there's a entries. So we're going to go to the entries button and click that. Okay. So you can see there's a few things here that look like they're spam. So an easy way to delete those, you can just kind of check these and then go up to your bulk actions and press trash, and then you have to press the apply. Now I'm not going to delete those because I don't want to delete any of your submissions, just in case it might not be spam. So I'll leave that up for you, and you can see here I can delete this one because this is a test, and I can also just hover and press trash. So there it goes. Now with the submissions, the entries, I can say any form field. So I can see all the different form fields here, and then I can filter it that way. So this is really nice to be able to filter through some of your entries and submissions. And if I wanted to, for example, export or import some of the entries, then I can say export, and I can select a form. So let's say flight training course sign up. Okay, so I can select all of the anything that they've put in there, and I can put a specific date range. So let's say from the 1st of March to today, and then I can download and export the file. So it's going to put together a CSV file for me. So if you see, this is a CSV. So I can do that, and then I can put it into whatever folder I wanted to. And that's a nice way you can kind of go through as an Excel spreadsheet and take a look at who's contacted you, sort them, and etc. Okay, so let's go back to these entries, because I don't think we were seeing all of these entries. All right. Let's go to these forms. So if I go to the forms, I can specifically see the entries based off the form. So this one has 5 entries, so I can go here and press entries. And that's going to show me all the entries for that particular form right there. Okay, and then if I'm not sure of which form it is that I'm looking at, then it's going to show at the top. So this little button here is going to enable me to see the various different forms. If I wanted the software training form, this is going to show me here. So that's just my test. And I could go to the contact us form, and this is going to show me the entries here. Let's trash this one. Okay, perfect. So that's your form entries, and that's how you see your form entries and then your exporting of your form entries. So let's say that you wanted to maintain all of your form entries or interests that you've gotten via email in this one spot online on your site. You can also import as well. So if I wanted to import, it would be a CSV, and I could press import, and then it would have to specifically go to that particular form. So there's lots of documentation of how to import a gravity form. What I would recommend is exporting a file first, a gravity form entry, so exporting the entries, looking at how it's set up, mimicking it, and then you can import it, or even just adding in your contact information and then pressing import again. Okay, so that's your forms. Next, I'm going to be showing you your WooCommerce.